Hi ladies, and here's your REBOOT upper body little body weight workout for you to do at home this week. So just a little reminder, all these exercises we did on Saturday in the park. So we alternated between stretch band resistance work and body weight upper body exercises. So let me remind you, first up we did a nice slow motion mountain climber. So you got me into all fours first of all, tuck the toes under at the back, extend the legs back so you make a nice plank position with the back horizontal. You're going to slowly bring the right knee in between your elbows, then the left. So it's right knee and left. Now what you want to do when you're doing this at home is to give me 10 reps on each leg. So you're just going to count each side for 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, keeping that back flat, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Great job. You're going to lower your knees. Then from here we're going to do our little bear walk. Now I haven't got masses of room here. So what I'm going to do, what I recommend you do is if you've got your mat at home, is you use your mat, you start from one end and walk to the other. So the bear walk, you start with your hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, tucking the toes under at the back. You're just going to lift the knees slightly off the floor and take little steps forward and back, keeping your knees as low as you can. So it's lots of upper body strength here, but you've also got to coordinate. So as you go backwards particularly, try not to raise your bottom up, and you're going to keep coming back, keeping those knees as low as you can. And I want you to think about going forwards for 1, and back is 2, and then forwards for 3, and you're going to keep on counting until you get to 10. All right, taking a little breather in between each exercise. Next up, we're going to use the chest. So we're going to build up the chest and shoulder muscles and into the arms. We did a kneeling press up. So I've got a couple of variations for you, depending on how strong you are in your upper body. If you feel that you're not very strong, that's okay, because what will happen is when you do the exercise at your level, you'll soon start to feel that strength develop. And then you can start challenging yourself and moving into the slightly more intense version of the same exercise. So I'm actually going to give you 3 variations for your chest press. So first up, we're going to focus on getting our body alignment right. So you'll come into all fours again, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. You're going to just take the legs just back a little bit, so maybe about 4 or 5 inches back, so that you start to create this slight angle through your shoulders to hips. Now, first up, I'm going to point my tailbone towards my heels to just flatten out this lumbar spine here. So beforehand, it was relaxed and down. Then I tuck the tailbone down towards the ground to flatten the back. Now, we're going to bend at the elbows. So the first easier version is to bend at the elbows, allowing that body to stay nice and straight. So you bend, just come as low as you can, and pushing up. Now notice as I bend, I'm not leaving the bottom behind. As I bend, I'm kind of feeling myself coming forward slightly. Head is leaning forwards, it's in front of my hands, and I'm keeping the back with me in this move. The second variation is you're going to go a little bit deeper. So as you bend, you're going to try and come as low as you can to the floor and push all the way up. Keeping the bottom squeezed and making sure the whole body is moving together. Okay, third variation, which is the one I tried to get you to do on Saturday, is you'll come all the way to the floor, you'll lift your hands up, you'll push your hands into the ground to push back up. All the way chest to the floor, lift up, push all the way back up. So lowering that body, pull the hands up, press and straighten the arms. So as I'm coming down, my chest and hips are landing at the same time. So I know I've got my back flat and I'm keeping my abs tight to push back up. Okay, So that's exercise number 3. So number 4 was an elbow to hand plank. Now you have to bear with me because my elbows are still sore from my fall, so it's not very easy for me. We had 2 options. You could actually do this with your knees on the ground or do it in a full plank. So when your knee's on the ground, it looks like this. So back into your press-up position. Squeezing my glute, tailbone down. You're going to lower down onto your elbows and push back up onto your hands. Lowering it down to elbows, push back up. Squeezing into your glutes all the time. Making sure that back is staying in the same alignment. So nice flat back. Up into your hand plank position. Exactly the same move. Keep your feet apart. Oh, I can only show you one because it really hurts. Keep your feet apart to keep your glutes nice and stable. Okay, so next up, we did a squat to walk out. So I like this one. It's a lot of shoulder strength and arm strength. You're just moving a little bit more, so it takes your mind off the focus. So from the edge of your mat, you're going to go into a squat. You're going to walk your hands down, walking all the way out to make a plank position. Then you're going to walk back, bending the knees to come back into your squat where you started. So it's hands down, walk it out, walk it back, bending the knees, back to squat. 10 times with this one, please. Lengthening out, bend the knees, back to squat. And then one more after you've done those 10. We were on the floor, on our tummies, and we made W shapes to Y shapes with our arms. W to Y. When you do this move, I want you to try and keep the wrists and elbows level. So as you pull down, squeezing the elbows to your hips, wrists and elbows stay pretty much aligned, reaching up above your head. So I'm just going to turn my mat slightly to make room. It's a little bit too long for my gap. Okay, so we're down onto our tummies. Legs are straight. Whole body is on the floor. My elbows are out nice and wide, making a nice 90-degree bend. I'm going to lift up my chest, keep looking to the floor. I'm going to squeeze the elbows towards my hips. Then I'm going to reach my arms straight up above me. Squeeze to the hips, reach above. So this works all into the back, into the shoulders, squeezing the glutes nice and tight. So reach away. So you can make the biggest movement you can with these arms. Reach, trying to keep the wrists and elbows nice and level. All the time, keeping the chest off the floor. And you go for 10 reps. And that, my lovelies, is your little homemade, equipment-free upper body strength workout. I hope you like it. I hope you get a chance to do it this week. Let me know what it was like for you, and can't wait to see you on Saturday for session number 5. Until then, have a great week. Bye.